السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير أيها الأحبة طلابنا طلاب الصف الحادي عشر أينما كنتم، فأهلا وسهلا بكم في درس جديد من دروس مادة اللغة الإنجليزية للصف الحادي عشر. Today inshallah we are going to continue the units of theme number 2 which theme of sources of inspiration. So we'll go to theme number 3, unit number 3, sorry. And in this unit, inshallah, you will learn about an Omani historical voyage, and also you will be able to differentiate between adjectives ending with ed and ing. So in unit number 3, as you see, we have the title of Jewel of Muscat and Jewel of a Ship. So let's read the text and let's know this inspirational story that which made by Omani people here in Oman. So Jewel of Muscat is a replica of a 9th century Arab trading ship. Replica means copy. They made a copy of this ship. The wreck of the original ship was discovered in 1998 by a team of German divers off the coast of Indonesia. She had been on her way from China and was carrying cargo mainly of ceramics. Jewel of Muscat was built in Qantab. The replica one was built in Qantab near Muscat, Oman, using entirely authentic materials. They used entirely authentic and original materials and tools from many countries around the world. She took a year to build. And in February 2010 sailed from Muscat to Singapore with an international crew of 20. Her journey took 5 months and the crew experienced many adventures and challenges on the way. On arrival in Singapore in July 2010, she was presented as a gift from the government of Oman to the government of Singapore. It was given as a gift. In October 2011, Jewel was rehoused in a new maritime museum in Sentosa Island, Singapore. Jewel's journey was unique because it recreated the voyages of Arab traders hundreds of years ago and brought to life the challenges and risks these sailors faced in the past. Right? So if we go to activity number 1, let's read the rubric. Read the notice below. What kind of film is it advertising? After reading, choose the correct answer in each of the 4 statements under the notice. Note each answer in your exercise book. Of course, they have published a film about Jewel of Muscat, and I advise you to go on YouTube and see the 2 parts of this film. So here, the British Museum London presents a film about an Omani historic voyage, Jewel of Muscat. A National Geographic documentary in 2 parts about Jewel of Muscat, a replica of 9th century trading ship. They made 2 parts film. Part 1 is about Arab treasure ship, and part 2 is about sailing the treasure ship. So let's go to part 1. It follows the search for materials from around the world to go into the ship and her construction in Oman using traditional tools and techniques. The part 2, it recounts Jewel's 5 months voyage from Oman to Singapore with only traditional sails to carry her, without any modern technology or engines, and the challenges faced by the crew. Here we have some questions about Jewel. So, Jewel of Muscat is a modern sailing ship, or an old sailing ship, or a copy of an old sailing ship. And in the text we mentioned it's a replica. So what do we mean by replica? Replica means it's a copy. So the answer is C, a copy of an old sailing ship. The film was shown on 30 July in London, Singapore, or Muscat. So as you see here, the British Museum in London present a film about an Omani historic voyage. So the film was shown in London. Number 3, Jewel was built in Singapore, Oman, or different places around the world. And we said that Jewel of Muscat was built in Qantab in Oman. So the answer will be in Oman. Jewel sailed from Singapore to Oman, or from Singapore to Oman and back, or from Oman to Singapore, and that's it. So as mentioned in the text, it sailed from Oman to Singapore, and then they presented this ship as a gift to the Singapore government. So the answer is C, Oman to Singapore. All right, so let's go directly to top tip, which about adjectives ending in ed or ing. So here we use ed adjectives to talk about feelings. I'm interested in the story of Jewel. It means I feel eager to find more about it. Okay. And the second one, we use ing adjectives to talk about a person, a thing, or a situation that causes those feelings. That causes, this is the key word, causes those feelings. The story of Jewel is very interesting. The story is very interesting. It makes me want to find out more. So now let's differentiate between the two things. So adjectives ending with ed for the feeling or emotion of a person, right? Like this example here, he is bored. He is not boring, he is bored. His feeling is bored. Okay? What causes him to be bored? The books. These books are boring. The books causes the feeling for this person. The books causes the feeling for this person. And the feeling he will get, you will use ed to express it. Let's read the description here. ing, the adjectives ending with ing describe the characteristic of a person, a thing, or situation. It causes a feeling. It causes a feeling. A film gives me a feeling. A story gives me a feeling. A play gives me a feeling. So those things, the objects, I will use ing to describe them. But I will use ed to describe my feeling. If the story is interesting, I'm interested. If the movie is exciting, I'm excited, and so on. So let's go to adjective ending with ed. Describe a feeling or an emotion. It shows how we feel about something, as I told you. He is bored. This is my feeling now. Or I'm excited now. This is my feeling now. But what causes me this feeling? You have to find out. This is his feeling right now. This feeling was caused by the books. The feeling you get was caused by the books. For example, if you are interested, the feeling was caused by the movie, because the movie is interesting. right? He is not going to be bored for entire, he feels bored for now, all right? So let's have some examples here. I'm tired right now. I'm tired right now. The feeling, this for the person, I am tired right now, okay? The books are not tired, for example, or the flight is not tired. The flight is tiring because it caused the feeling. My flight, for example, here was tiring. It gives me the feeling of this person, okay? Because it was 12-hour flight. Public, for example, your speech was inspiring. The speech is inspiring, all right? The speech is inspiring. I'm now inspired. My feeling is I'm inspired to do great things with my life, right? So let's do these examples if you understood the idea. So here the rubric says choose the correct adjective in each sentence. Note the adjectives in your exercise book, then write out 5 more sentences in your own using the other adjectives. So A here, I am interested or interesting in the theater. If you found a subject here, I am, he is, she is, they are, immediately you give them an adjective and ends with ed because they have the feeling, they don't cause the feeling, all right? So I am interested in the theater. So the theater here is interesting because the theater is the one who caused the feeling. Okay. I don't find tennis very excited or exciting. I don't find tennis, we are talking about tennis here, something, a thing which will cause me a feeling. So I don't find tennis very exciting. See, he gets confused or confusing by English grammar. He gets confused by English grammar. So the English grammar is confusing and he is confused. The English grammar causes him the feeling and he is confused now. Okay, D, I think shopping is very bored or boring. We are talking about shopping. I think here, he is not a person. So shopping is, immediately don't think about it, boring. E, the journey was long and tired or tiring. As we say, tired, we give it to the person only. Most of the time, to the person who get this feeling. Or other things get the adjective of ing. So the journey was long and tiring. The journey was long and tiring. Let's do this activity in your workbook. Activity number 3. Use an adjective from the box at the top to describe each expressions listed below. Write the adjectives on the writing lines. Note there is one extra adjective. So we have inspiring, you know the meaning of inspiring. You have frightening from scary. You have the word or adjective surprising from surprise. Frustrating from the tiring things, exhausting again, and confusing, mixed thoughts. So the ship here, number 1, the ship couldn't move for 3 days because there was no wind. Imagine yourself that you are in the middle of the sea and there is no wind and your ship is stopped. You cannot move. What your feeling will be frustrating, right? The feeling is frustrating, and you will be frustrated. You will be frustrated, right? Okay, number 2. The story of Jewel has made people eager to learn about Oman's maritime heritage. The story of Jewel was inspiring. The people were inspired. They want to look more about this historic voyage, and the story is inspiring. Jewel, number 3, Jewel was caught in a cyclone. She was in a danger of capsizing. She was in danger of capsizing, and this feeling is frightening. You will be scared. Number 4, the crew had to work without the help of modern technology. The crew had to work without the help of modern technology. And you know, modern technology made our lives easy and comfortable. So without technology will be exhausting, tiring. Number 5, some members of the crew had never sailed before. This is the first time they go on sailing. So this experience will be surprising for them because they will face situations for the first time in their lives. All right? Let's go on, and again, let's decide which adjectives goes with what. Is it ed or ing? So, number 1, let's go to the adjectives first. We have interesting, frightening, confused, exhausting, frightened, the same adjectives in the previous activity: excited, annoyed, exhausted, irritating, and confusing. Number 1, my little brother is of the dark. So I have a person here, my little brother. So think, what should I choose? An adjective with ed, right? So I will choose the appropriate one with frightened, from the dark or of the dark. Okay, my dad was really dash when the car ran out of petrol. So my dad here again he is a person. Was really what? You give him a feeling because the car caused the feeling, and you choose the appropriate adjective here. So you will choose annoyed. He was really annoyed when the car ran out of petrol. Number 3, please don't keep interrupting me. It's very, don't interrupt, then talk when I talk. So it's very irritating. It gives a feeling that you're irritated. Number 4, I don't understand this map. It's so this map caused me a feeling, but I didn't mention my feeling here. It is so what? It is so it's so confusing. But when I read the map, I'm confused. The map is confusing. I am confused. Number 5, I'm really dash about the Olympics. I've got Olympic fever. So, this is about your feeling, a person. So what will you choose? Excited. I'm really excited about the Olympics. Number 6, I was dash after working out for 3 hours in the gym. So your feeling here, I was exhausted. It's a person's feeling. I was exhausted. Number 7, can you explain that grammar rule? Again, I'm a bit, if I'm in explaining a grammar rule, it will be mixing or difficult to understand. So I am confused because the grammar rule is confusing. All right, you got it. Number 8, the story of Jewel of Muscat was very interesting. So I have this activity here for you in Life Worksheets website. I want you to scan the code I hope it's clear with you. Take a picture of it and then you can scan it and do the activity by yourself to test your understanding. Right? I hope you all got it. Till here we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for listening and concentrating, and see you next lesson inshallah.